Imagine a world where the foundations of democracy have crumbled, replaced by a mere illusion. A world where the cornerstone of democratic systems, the people's will, is strategically and systematically dismantled. In this future, the very essence of government of the people, by the people, for the people, is nothing more than a hollow echo. Corrupt leaders rise to power, not by the voice of the majority, but by the manipulation of the system. Elections, once a symbol of people's power, are now marionette shows, with puppet masters pulling the strings behind a veil of deceit. The voices of the people, once loud and clear, are now whispers on the wind. They cry out for justice, for change, but their pleas fall on deaf ears. Their shouts are drowned out by the cacophony of corruption that fills the corridors of power. Democracy, once a vibrant, living entity, is now a ghost of its former self. Its spirit, once bright and unyielding, has been dimmed by the shadows of deceit and manipulation. The once sturdy pillars of freedom, equality, and justice have been eroded, leaving behind a fragile facade that teeters on the brink of collapse. In this dystopian vision, a once vibrant democracy teeters on the brink of collapse. A chilling reminder that without vigilance, the illusion can become reality, and the reality can become a nightmare from which there is no awakening. Corruption seeps into every corner of the government, creating a chasm between the powerful elite and the struggling masses. The elite, intoxicated by their unbridled power, hoard resources with impunity. The fruits of the land, the wealth of the nation, the very lifeblood of the economy, all are silently siphoned away, leaving the majority with mere crumbs. In this world, the rich grow richer, building empires on the backs of those less fortunate. They revel in their opulence, oblivious to the suffering outside their gilded cages. Meanwhile, the masses toil away, their dreams crushed under the weight of their struggle. Their voices, once vibrant and diverse, are now echoes of despair, drowned out by the deafening silence of inequality. The powerful, once public servants, now serve only themselves. They exploit their positions, wielding their authority like a sword, cutting through the very fabric of society. The masses, powerless, are left to grapple with their plight, their pleas for justice falling on deaf ears. In this dystopia, the concept of equality seems like a fairy tale from a forgotten era. The scales of justice are tipped in favor of the elite, the balance skewed by corruption's heavy hand. The common man is left to wonder if equality was ever real, or if it was just a fleeting dream, a mirage in the desert of exploitation. The essence of equality is but a distant memory. In this dystopian future, the truth becomes a rare commodity. A world where government-controlled media is the puppet master, pulling the strings of narratives, choreographing a dance of deception that plays out on screens, radios, and newspapers across the nation. The news is no longer a source of information, but a well-crafted performance, a spectacle designed to distract, deceive, and dominate. In this world, dissent is a dangerous game. Voices of opposition are stifled, their words twisted and turned against them. The government silences critics, not with brute force, but with the subtle art of misinformation. A word out of place, a misquote here, a rumor there, and reputations crumble. Credibility shatters. The fear of being misinterpreted, of being branded a traitor or an enemy of the state, keeps the masses silent and compliant. And what of truth? In this dystopian future, truth is the first casualty of corruption. Facts are distorted, reality is rewritten, and the past is a malleable concept, constantly reshaped to fit the narrative of the present. The government becomes the architect of reality, building a world of illusions to obscure the crumbling foundations of society. But it doesn't end there. In this world, information is not just suppressed, it is weaponized. Data, statistics, news, they're all tools in the hands of the corrupt, wielded to sow discord, incite fear, and maintain control. The free flow of information, once the lifeblood of a democratic society, is now a controlled stream, its course dictated by those in power. In this dystopian vision, information becomes more than just a means of communication. It becomes a weapon, a tool of control, a means to maintain the illusion of stability, to keep the masses in check, to suppress dissent and preserve the status quo. Information becomes a weapon, wielded to maintain the illusion of stability. As corruption tightens its grip, surveillance becomes the norm. Imagine a world where nothing is hidden, where every step you take is logged, every word you utter is recorded, the streets you walk, the company you keep, even the books you read, all under the watchful eye of an ever-present authority. In this dystopia, your life is an open book, not to you, but to the government. The technology we've come to rely on, the devices that connect us, they become the chains that bind us. Our phones, our computers, even our homes are transformed into silent observers, documenting our lives in minute detail. Communication, once a means of connection, becomes a source of potential danger. Every message sent, every call made is scrutinized. Conversations are no longer private affairs, but an open dialogue with an unseen audience. The intimate exchanges that make us human are laid bare, stripped of their privacy. In the name of control, the sanctity of personal space is violated. The government, draped in the cloak of maintaining order, becomes the ultimate voyeur, peering into the lives of its citizens without remorse or restraint. This is the reality of a surveillance state, a world where privacy is a forgotten concept, a commodity traded for the illusion of safety. Privacy is sacrificed in the name of control, as the government watches its citizens under the guise of maintaining order. Civil liberties, once cherished, are eroded to maintain the illusion of security. In this grim vision of the future, the very freedoms we hold dear are under siege. The right to speak our minds, to question, to challenge, these are threatened by the tightening grip of corruption. The mere whisper of dissent is met with swift and severe retribution, a chilling message to those who dare to question the regime. An atmosphere of fear pervades, smothering the vibrant exchange of ideas that once fueled progress and innovation. The freedom to speak, to express oneself openly, once a cornerstone of our society, is extinguished. Voices are silenced, opinions suppressed, the vibrant tapestry of discourse reduced to a monotonous echo of the government line. In this dystopian future, fear is the reigning monarch, and its subjects, the citizens, live in constant fear of expressing their opinions. Even in the darkest of times, flickers of resistance emerge. Amid the oppressive gloom of this dystopian world, brave souls rise, standing tall against the corrupt regime. They are the ordinary individuals who choose to become extraordinary, the silent voices that dare to roar. They risk it all, their safety, their livelihoods, even their lives, in a defiant pursuit of justice. Their courage is contagious, inspiring others to break free from the shackles of fear. They are the unsung heroes, the sparks that ignite the flame of rebellion. Their fight is not for power or glory, but for a return to justice, to equality, to democracy. It is a fight driven by the unyielding belief that a better world is possible, a world free from the clutches of corruption. The fight for justice becomes a beacon of hope, a rallying cry for those who refuse to surrender to oppression.